Welcome back to the Blissful Badger. Today, I go over everything I found in my quarterly swap meet haul video. It was time again, and I went down to the game store. It's an hour and a half drive, but it's always worth it. I have always found something there, and this time I found 4 lots of items, and there weren't as many people as usual, but I still found stuff, and that's what matters. So, the first lot that I found was some Star Wars Armada ships. I have never played the game, but those ships look cool, and I'm sure I could use them in other game systems, or just as a cool decoration around the room. So I decided to pick these up. They were a decent price, and they look really cool. If I ever come across the rule set for Armada, I can easily add all of this into it. And these are cool models. I'm really looking forward to just having them available on the shelf for whatever purpose I have. So after I found that lot, and before I found anything else, I did see that the game store had the new Operation Zero Tolerance for Marvel Crisis Protocol. And I also picked up the web-swinging heroes because I still needed Spider-Woman and Agent Venom. So, not really a swap meet find, but it was here, and I decided that this would be the right time to pick them up. It's always good to have the most up-to-date mission pack, the Crisis Card pack, and just getting the 2 Sentinels to go along makes sense. And then Agent Venom and Spider-Woman, this box was less expensive than buying just the 2 of them. So, always a good thing there. And then I found a ton of stuff. And it was so much stuff that I had to actually put out another table to fit everything, and it still didn't all fit out here. So, we're talking all of that. And this stuff is cool. I love getting terrain, and when I saw ship walkways and corridors, I had to get them. We have so many of them that there's still extras in here, but having the corridors and the different size walls clip in like that, and then they just keep, there's so many parts to these, and I haven't set them all out yet, but based on what I have set out, I'm pretty sure these 2 boxes would fill my 4x6 table. And that's pretty cool, because I'm going to have to get them painted, but I could possibly run some Space Hulk, or run some Gallowdark, or whatever, on these. And if I find a way to elevate them, because I believe there was a method to elevate from back when this company made the Kickstarter. I did some research after the fact, but if I just elevate it, these would work great as walkways as a second or third floor for potential Necromunda. And again, I love my terrain, and when I found 2 huge buckets full, like, that's a 3x3 table. And then I have all of this and even the doorways. So that is pretty cool. And the same person had 3 kill teams. So I grabbed a Vespid kill team and 2 Hand of the Archon kill teams from the same person. But that wasn't everything, because I also found 2 of the Mantic terrain crates there. And the ruined city and industrial accessories should easily make some 40k terrain for the 11th edition. And then, because I was there and I saw the game Gunship First Strike for $5, I figured, why not? I'll see what it's like. But that was quite a find. That is a lot of different stuff to mess with. And I'm super excited about the ship walkways and everything. But then I also found some bolt action. And it was some bolt action. So I originally saw a box with just the infantry and the majority of a Flampanzerwagen and a couple of the old metal tanks, and I picked those up. But then I saw all of the things that he already had built, and I had to add to the collection. So between the US and German armies early and late war, between what I just got and what I already had in the collection, I think I have pretty much everything I need to learn how to play. Like, I still haven't actually played a game of bolt action, but mostly because the person who was going to teach me how to play is still out on deployment. So I have until he gets back to get my army painted and ready to go. So, gives me something to look forward to. But not only did I get all of this tank stuff, but I also got the foam and bag to transport them in. So that was a nice little add. He didn't have to, but he did. So, sometimes the foam works great for transporting things, and this is one of those things where I'm not going to magnetize them. So it makes sense to have a little bag to carry tanks. But out of everything that was there, it was, again, there was nowhere near as much stuff as usual. It was really hot out. It's the middle of summer. The new edition of 40k just came out. I wasn't going to buy any of the Horus Heresy stuff that was there, but that was like half of what was available. But I still found quite a few things to add to the collection. And now I have 3 more months of messing around with stuff before the next swap meet. And I'm pretty happy. Like, other than the 3 kill teams, I didn't really get anything for 40k, but I have quite a bit of 40k in the collection already. And I got the Marvel Crisis Protocol minis that I needed, and I got a whole bunch of other things. The terrain is going to take a while to paint. And the bolt action stuff I'm just excited about. I need to actually get to working on the infantry because I still haven't painted any of them. I have some primed though. But overall, this was a nice haul. I am really thrilled with everything. So I hope you enjoyed this video. The next one will probably be in 2 weeks when I go over all of Armageddon. I don't think I'll finish it in the next week, but 2 weeks from now I think is totally doable. So until then, I hope you find your bit of bliss. Subscribe if you haven't so that you don't miss any future videos. I also want to thank my patrons and supporters for making these videos possible. And until next time, I hope you find your bit of bliss.